The following program is made possible in part by a grant from this and other public television stations. Additional funding provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Hey, there's a train coming here.
We first saw Woza Albert, a play about life in South Africa, and a Harlem theater, the New Heritage Theater.
Founded by the late Roger Furman, yes.
It was bare and bleak, the surroundings were, and to my great surprise, it was just the necessary ingredients for a magical evening in the theater.
Yes, and you had a chance to look long at two very gifted performers.
Yes, Mr. Mbongeni and Gema.
And Mr. Percy Mtwa.
They were able to create before our very eyes a whole host of characters embodying the rich life of South Africa.
Yes, and in that embodiment, they brought to us a part of the actor's craft, too.
Yes.
As the actor relates to reality, they brought that very reality, the interviews, the talk with the fish seller and the scavenger, and a tailor, an old man.
But what you...
No women, of course, into the story itself.
But what you mentioned is truly the advantage we find in seeing the film. Because when we saw the play, that was not a part of what we saw.
Yes.
But in the film, not only do we see the play, but we see the actors as they prepare for the play.
And this combination of the storyteller's craft, the griot from Africa,
right,
ancient Africa, and combine it with the very modern techniques of television for a unique experience.
Yes, telling a fantastic fable. What if Christ, Morena in Afrikaans, what if Christ came back to today's South Africa?
Honestly, one thing I really liked, they had a marvelous energy, a precise control of the vital functions of the performer, as well as the intellect, you know.
But these two performers are able not only in terms of dialogue, but they are music, they are drums, they sound like a bus, they can sound like a train. They become all kinds of things.
Yes, and they are also white and they are black.
Yes, which is in itself a kind of comment on racism as a part of the culture of South Africa.
I suppose part of why we're attracted to this piece too is the fact that current events give it a certain kind of urgency and importance.
Yes.
It would be important anyway, even in times of great peace, I think. One thing, Ossie, when I saw the play, and I'm sure this holds true also for the television presentation, I kept wondering what the word Woza meant. And when I found out, I said, that title should have had an exclamation point.
Yes.
Woza means rise up.
Yes. Rise up, Woza, rise up, rise up. And it had a particular reference to a certain group of heroes, white and black, who have died in the struggle, and the summoning of them to return to life one more time. Rise up, Luthuli, right? Rise up, Woza. Woza Albert. Albert Luthuli was one of the heroes of the struggle. He was also a Nobel Peace Prize winner, and the play summons him to return to life, to rejoin the struggle once again. And I like it also because it seems to be a summoning of the human spirit. Rise up, live out your full potential. But I think we've talked enough about the play. Don't you think we should stand back and let it speak for itself?
Yes, yes. I'm Ruby Dee.
And I'm Ossie Davis.
And we're very pleased to present this personal, religious, political, and artistic triumph. By
Mr. Mbongeni Ngema and Mr. Percy Mtwa. Woza Albert.
Dum Scooby-Doo. Scooby, Scooby, Shooby, Dooby, Scooby, Die, Do. Skadoo-daba, Scooby, Scooby, Shooby, Dooby, Scooby, Die, Do. Scooby-daba, Scooby, Scooby, Shooby, Dooby, Scooby, Die, Do. Scooby. Scooby. Papa, 3, 4, Papa, 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 Papa. We met when we were working together in a black musical which was touring the South African townships. We became good friends almost on sight. And so we discussed the possibility of doing our own play together.
One night, when we were talking in a bus, we found our subject. We began by discussing South Africa as a Christian country. That's what the government calls it. But surprisingly, the government's church, the Dutch Reformed Church, has been one of the main supporters of apartheid. They call it God's will. We thought, what would happen if the leader of the Christians, Jesus Christ himself, came to South Africa? How impressed would he be? Then we began improvising together on this theme.
We started playing Woza Albert a year ago in a small room which seats about 70 people. Since then, we've played in all kinds of places all over the country. We have played in huge cinemas in the townships. We've also played in community halls. And we've also played in the biggest theaters in the cities. But wherever we played, the welcome to Woza Albert has been wonderful. Well, we worked for a long time on our play and called it Woza Albert, which means Rise Up Albert. Like the many people in South Africa who saw the play, you will you'll find out why in the end. We would like to show you some of our play and how we came to it.
Yeah, beautiful people there. And you play beautiful music. Come, let me see how beautiful is your passport.
Excuse my boss, excuse? What?
Your pass. Ja,
Oh,
kom.
my pass, my constable.
Ja, kom, vinnig.
Here's my pass, my lieutenant.
Ja, no, where do you work?
Ek werk hier, my kapitein.
You work here. But here it is written, OK Bazaars. Is this OK Bazaars, huh? And look, 4 years ago, you haven't worked for 4 years. This is vagrancy. You're a loafer, ne?
Ach, nee, my colonel, I'm a guitarist. I've been playing my guitar for 15 years.
Guitar? You lie, you fucking entertainer. Can you show me where it is written guitar here, huh? Where's the guitar? Where's the guitar?
Ach, nee, my brigadier. Ek is mos self-employed.
But you keppers can lie, young man.
Dis die waarheid, but it's true, my general.
Do you know Section 29? That's a legal law specially made for loafers like you. And you know what else? I've got a nice legal place waiting for you in Mordapi present. Kom, jong. Kom, jong. Kom. Shit. Wat sê jy?
Next, my president.
Jou moer, jong. Gaan aan.
The past laws, they make instant criminals of black men and women. Because if your past does not say you're working for so-and-so, so you are then a criminal from that moment. You are taken to jail without further questions. You cannot defend yourself. They tell you, you defend yourself in court, and you'll stay for days in the waiting trial. So you have become a criminal.
It did happen with me. We were from a rehearsal one afternoon. We were about 4 in the car. What happened is we stopped the car nearby some cafe, and the elders, they asked me to jump out and go get something to eat for them. I jumped off the car and walked down the road to a cafe that was in the corner. I got into that cafe. When I came out with all the stuffs I had in my hand, there was a huge police van standing nearby. And as I walked out, one policeman peeped through the window, said, "Hey, come here, sir." Well, I went there. I said, "Can I have a look at your pass?" I tried to say to him, "Look, I'm with those people down there. I'm sure my reference book is there with them in my coat." He did not want to listen to that. He said to the other one, another black policeman who was patrolling nearby, he called at him and told him to put me in the van. I went to the van. Those people did not see what happened to me. And as we drove off, we went past that car that was parked there with my friends. Just walked past.
You wouldn't tell them to stop the van?
I wouldn't tell them to stop. They went away with me. I went to jail for 4 weeks because I had to wait until I get somebody who can go home and bring my reference book so that I'm able to produce and tell them I've got a reference book. You see, these are the things we all experience.
Blessed are those that are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when...
Our hero, the musician, is released from jail and meets an evangelist on the train. They argue what would happen if Jesus Christ, Murena, came to South Africa. The rest of the play is their fantasy about what would happen to Murena and to South Africa if he came there.
That way before you. Hallelujah.
Hey, persecuted prophet, Futek, man.
Be careful, my friend, of the anger in your heart. For Murena will return and bear witness to our lives on earth, and there will be no place to hide. He will point his holy finger. There will be those who rise to heaven and those who burn in hell. Hallelujah. I hope you're not one of them.
Rise to heaven. Where is heaven?
It is the kingdom of God.
Up there. Neil Armstrong has been there.
Neil Armstrong?
Hallelujah. He's gone right up onto the moon, and he found a desert. No God.
My brother, I don't care what you or your friend on the moon say, because I know that he will return to his father's kingdom on earth, even as I know that his father has heard your blasphemies and forgiven you.
Hey, father's blasphemies. Where does his father live? In Jerusalem.
The Lord our Father is everywhere.
And Murena is coming to South Africa.
Hallelujah.
How is he coming to South Africa? By South African Airways jumbo jet, and all the pressmen will be there. And SABC television cameras and BBC. And even our Prime Minister.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. My people, Murena is back and South Africa has got him. I hope that the free world will sit up and notice whose bread is buttered and where. Let them have their boycotts. Let them keep their rugby players and tennis racketeers. We got our own, thank you very much, and more. But there is already rumors going around that this is not the real Murena, but some cheap imposter. And to those who spread such vicious rumors, I can only say, tough luck, friends. He chose us.
When we had got a few scenes together, we invited Barney Simon, a white director, to come and work with us. When we started to work with Barney, he then suggested that we go to the streets, to the real living people in the township, so as to discover the true life of a particular individual that we are portraying on the stage. Not made up characters. So we went into the streets, we found people. It was a process of watching people going all around in the streets of Soweto next to the stations, watching people who are coming out of the trains from work, rushing home, rushing to their hostels, rushing to where they stay, you know.
It was an experience of bringing us together with our people, getting to know about their experiences, their feelings, you know, their souls.
I remember the coal vendors, the guys who are selling coal. We wanted to talk to them. They were on top of a truck. So we said, excuse me, the driver wanted to start the engine. So they said, excuse me, we want to say something to you. And they just looked at us and said, just starting his engine. And then the other one on the top, he said, what do you want to say? The driver drove away. He said, no. He went away, you know.
A call for sale, right? A coal for sale, big coal, small coal, smokeless coal, mama. I went out to my shaman. Hey, Dudu! Dudu, Papa! Hey, stop sign, Nana! Hey, man, Mundu!
Hey, wana papa kanyoka, man. Ayibona robot wena.
Kinti,
Utawa yini wena? Avukanga ngasho namhlanje.
Intoni? Morena, here in South Africa, you talking shit, puti kaka kodini.
Inkanda leyo kodini yatshisa.
Uthatha umuntu kodini. Yaqala. Ismoke leso malahla amakhulu amancane. Uthatha uswayini kodini. Yaqala.
Takwayinyo.
Ismoke leso malahla amakhulu amancane umsika bungenile bo.
And then I married my boy. 3 bob.
I was moved by the young boy whom I met at Dube Station.
Hello, my boy.
Yeah, Baba.
Hey, how much those chops?
I'm going to run 50, ba.
250.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Are they Martin?
It's Martin, ba.
Okay. Give me 1 rand, ba.
Jabonga, ba.
Baba, my boy.
Yeah, Baba.
Okay, Baba. Oh, mama.
Yeah, boss, cool. I'm fine, thanks, and you, ba. Murana, here in South Africa, Baba. Baba, I want him to bring me luck. So that the people can come and buy this meat, Baba. And then, I want him to take me to school, Baba. Who's up, Baba? Gabonga, Baba, thank Inkosi bosses. Gabonga, Baba. Yeah, Baba.
There are many scavengers in the cities and in the townships. I based Auntie Dudu on one of the scavengers that we saw. Mina mtanam, my name is Auntie Dudu. Baba. No work, my boy. I'm too old now. Baba. Huh? If Morena comes to South Africa, that will be very good because everybody will be happy and there will be lots of parties. Baba. And we will find lots of food here. Tomatoes, cabbages, hot dogs, chicken legs, all the nice things white people eat. Baba. Oh, thank you very much, Baba. Thank you, Mtanam. Nkosi busise, Baba. Bye-bye, my boy. Bye-bye, Baba.
There was a wonderful barber that we watched working in the field near Dube Station, and this character is based on him.
All right, my friend.
Okay.
French cut, German cut, cheese cop?
Cheese cop.
Cheese cut, all off.
That's nice.
All right, come.
Yeah. Tell me, why don't you apply for a barber shop? Why do you work in the open air?
I had a barber shop in Dotan.
It's nice.
But the bulldozers came during the Black Power.
Oh,
Yeah.
Soweto riots.
In 1976.
It's nice. Oh, yeah.
Hi, hello, Skulu. I'm fine, thanks, and you? Morena, here in South Africa.
It's nice.
No, Mr. Yambo. Pela, I want him to build me a barber shop in a very big shopping center. With white tiles, mirrors all over the walls, and customers with big hair.
The old man that I play is based on this man that we met at Kwesi Station, with the characteristics of my own grandfather.
Para
Hey, oh yeah, Obam Kaluganda, Obaimpi, Obaimpi, Angela, my sister, Ola, busy. Pam quasi, age alone, Amambuka, and oh, the bar, I'm the land of him. Oh, no. That's like number one. Ah, go down, Peter. Sugar, well done. Hello, where's your pan? Oh, I took up a long bona. She doesn't there. And, hey, have I. Huh? What would happen to Morena if he comes to South Africa? Oh. What would happen to Morena is what happened to Piet Retief. Do you know Piet Retief? Huh? The big leader of the Boers who visited Dingane, the great king of the Zulus long ago. When Piet Retief came to Dingane, Dingane welcomed him with a big smile. He said, hello. Just leave your guns outside and come inside and eat meat and drink beer. That is what the Prime Minister will say to Morena. Just leave your angels outside and the power of your father outside and come inside and eat meat and enjoy the fruits of apartheid. And then what happened to Piet Retief? That is what the Prime Minister will do to Morena today. Sugar,
Morena arrives in South Africa, and just as the old man promised, he discovers all the fruits of apartheid. How does it begin? This country is big, and it's beautiful, and it's rich. And apartheid divides it very simply. More for the few and less for the most. Morena appears at Albert Street in Johannesburg. Albert Street is where you go to get your passport and where you go to look for work. Albert Street is one of the most hated places in South Africa.
Albert Street is, I call it a street of despair to hundreds and hundreds of blacks unemployed. As you can see them queuing there and others against the fence, they're used to waiting from early hours of the morning. They wait for the white people to come and give them jobs.
Since the van, it's got an open space at the back, so they all jump in. They will discover wherever they are going that maybe they're not wanted, maybe the bus needs about 5 or about 6, and there are about more than 15 in that van. Some of them will have to come back. And it's most frustrating for them.
Hey, Albert Street, you pass office. Albert Street, you pass office. Hey, Fred, I've got 6 months special. At least I can look for work, father.
Nah, congratulations, my brother. But you're still that dog.
Jealous, Puerto.
Have you got a job? Have you got school fees for children? Have you got money for rent? Have you got a bus fare to come at the bus office? We all got specials, but we're still their dogs.
One bus,
Two bus,
yeah, one bus,
two bus.
work bus. I take one, not one bus. Yeah, bus, messenger boy, D-boy bus. D-boy bus, yeah, bus. I make nice tea for the medium bus. No complaints bus. Not one bus. Yeah, I've got education, but not 3 bus. One bus, I said black bus. Yeah, one.
I told you, you're still their dog.
I take for it.
One bus.
One bus.
Anything, Basi. Garden boy cleaner, car wash. Always smiling, Basi. Have you got work for me, Basi? Anything, Basi. I've worked at the Carlton Center. I used to sweep there, Makosi. I'm a sweeper, Basi. I'm a very good nanny, Basi. Garden boy, scrapping floors, anything, Basi. Oh, please, work, Basi.
Hey, who's a dog over there? Don't talk like that. This is South Africa. Daddy.
Hey, Morena. Mfowethu, Morena.
Hey?
Morena.
Morena?
Mfowethu. It's him. I remember. I saw him in the Sunday Times with Bishop Tutu.
Hey, Morena for
It's him, Mfowethu, eh? Oh,
Hey,
huh?
ask him for it.
Are you not Morena?
Hi,
Morena! Look at my compass. Look at my...
Morena, I've got 6 months special, but I can't find work,
I've been waiting here 2 months, Morena. No work.
I've got 5 children, Morena.
I'm hungry, Morena.
Please, Morena, why don't you save us, Morena?
Take us to heaven, Morena. It's terrible here.
Yeah, Morena.
Huh? Yeah. Huh? Our phone. I'm a pass.
Hey, what does he say?
Hey! He says let us throw away our passes and follow him to Soweto.
Hey, you're right, you fool.
Morena!
Right.
Morena!
Yeah, Matot. Morena says throw away your dumb passes and follow him to Soweto.
Matot, we are not pieces of paper, man. We are men, man.
Let them know our faces as Morena knows our faces.
Morena says no more passes. We don't have numbers anymore. Let them look at our faces to know that we are men.
When we go to Morena, we walk as one.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, Latani Matota.
Matota!
Latani Matota.
Morena!
Morena!
Around the time of the Sharpeville shooting, the government got frightened and the pass laws were suspended. People burned their passes and celebrated. But then, the heart of the government hardened and life went on as before. This is what happens with Morena in Soweto. First, the celebration, and then the hard times. Morena becomes unpopular with the government, but still holds the faith of the people. People like Zulu Boy, the boss boy of Coronation Brickyard.
Hi, Zulu. Hey. Load the truck.
Ubojan, let me tell you a secret. We don't have to work so hard anymore because Morena is coming here.
Morena, here at Coronation Bricks. Soka.
Yesterday, I was at the Transmart airport. There were many people. People were shouting and crying and laughing and swearing. There was a woman standing next to me. She was shouting, Morena, give me bread for my baby. And the other woman was shouting, Morena, my son is in detention and John Foster. The young girl, Morena, give me lollipop. A big Zulu from Zola Hostel. Morena, give me a Chevrolet Impala. And me, I was there in the front, pushing. Morena, come to Coronation Bricks tomorrow morning. He's coming here.
Morena, here at Coronation Bricks?
Yeah.
Aye, Soka, push the truck. Push the truck.
Ubojan.
Hey, Pascom!
Ubojan.
Tell Pascom where?
Morena, at the wedding, he took a bucket of water. He made wine.
Take.
He took 1 loaf of brown bread. He made the whole bakery. Here at Coronation, he'll take 1 brick and throw it up in the air. It will fall down 1,000,000 bricks like manna from heaven.
Aye, Suka, push. Heavy. Coronation. You tell him to push the truck.
Bobojan! Morena! So you come to Coronation Briggs? Oh! Who is this?
Hey,
Huh?
I don't know him.
Give 10 rand.
Hey, Morena.
Where, my man?
Morena! Hi, Morena!
Come, Moren. Sit down. Sit down, Moren. Sit down. Sit down, Moren. He's come to... I told you.
Hi, Zuleta.
Moren. Hey, Moren. He's from heaven. He has come now. He landed on Transmart Airport on Thursday by the airmail from Jerusalem.
Oh, Morena. Oh, Morena. I could not believe you are coming.
You think I'm telling lie?
It's okay. I thought you were coming back by the clouds, Morena.
I go now. The cloud is too cold now. It's winter. They fly. Moren, this is Bobojan, this. Working together here. Well, it goes, Anjige. Moren, we work hard here, Moren. We sweating for one man. Every Friday, Bas Kukamur 7,000 bricks.
Yeah. Bas Pretoria.
Bas Pretoria's 9,000 bricks.
Go for the face test.
Bas Fantes 10,000 bricks. Where do we stay?
In a tin, Morena.
In a tin, like starfish.
I want you.
Where do the priests go to? The priests go to make a big house, 6 rooms for a white man and his wife. Back. Our fingers are breaking, Moren. Back. Our backs are breaking, Moren. I'll back it, Kosalaband. I'll back. Good ganjalo, man. Stay away. No bricks for coronation. Are you hungry, Moren? I've got nice food for you. I've got a packet of chips, Moren. It's very good, this one. There's lots of vinegar and salt. I bought it around the corner, Station K.
It's potatoes, Moren.
I've got Coca-Cola.
It's called drink.
That's for a quenching test.
Suka, Morena. There's no Coca-Cola in heaven.
What do you drink up there?
These two.
You and your father.
Baboyan! Basa! Basko mo, Morena.
Did you hear that man who was calling Bobojan? Yeah, that is our white boss, Pasco. It's not good, but don't worry. Nice chips, eh? Lots of vinegar.
Boboyan! No? No? Wie sit hier en eet met my kaffers? That's why you're getting chicken, eh? You sit around and have lunch with terrorists.
I go on, boss. I go on.
Yeah?
He's not a terrorist, boss. He's a big man from heaven, boss.
Big man from heaven?
Ja.
Jy, die man is 'n communist, jong. Ek het van jou nonsens gehoor. Die hele land praat van jou.
Sorry, boss.
Ja?
Sorry. He cannot understand Afrikaans, boss.
Huh? Can't understand Afrikaans? Ja, bly jy net so. I'm calling the police. An agitator? Bly jy net so.
Suga, don't worry, Namurena. He does not know who you are. He does not know who your father is. Don't
Hallo?
worry. Nice chief.
Hallo? Constable Venter? Ja man, nou luister hier. Daar's 'n uitlander hierso wat kak maak met my kaffers. Ja. Is dat bloody agitator? Daai Morena, jong. Hallo? Hallo? Hou die fucking telefoon. Boboyan! Boboyan! Basha! Kom, jong. Ja, Basha. Ja, Boboyan, nou luister mooi, okay? You must go to the police station. Tell the police that the terrorist is here. Oh, wie, Basha? Yay! That man over there who's having lunch with Zulu boy. He's a terrorist, young. Oh, yeah, Basha, yeah. Now listen here, listen carefully, okay? I'm going to give you 10 rand increase every month, okay? Thank you, Basha. Thank you, Basha. Yeah. And now, I'm going to buy you 10 pounds milli every month, okay? Thank you, Basha. Thank you, Basha. Yeah. Hardloop now. Prion, quickly. Police, call the police. You know the boss boy. Zulu boy is fired. He's finished. Thank you, Vash. Thank you, Vash. Thank you, Vash. Morena, I'm going to the shop. Corner shop, Thunderbird.
Excuse me, Bobojan.
Yeah.
Your chips are here.
Give them to Morena.
Morena is not hungry anymore.
Huh? Eat them yourself.
Me, I'm not hungry either.
Huh?
Where are you going, Bobojan?
To the shop.
Why?
I'm going to buy hot dogs for Pascom.
Where is the money?
I've got it here.
Show it to me.
Why?
Yeah. You are Judas. Bobojan. You are Judas, Bobojan.
Hey, what are you talking about, Ngo?
You sell Morena, Popojan.
Hi, Zulu, I'm going to buy hot dogs for Bascom.
10 rand increase every month.
Hey, Morena, can you hear that, Ngo?
Moren, this is South Africa. 10 pounds milli-meal every month, Popojan.
Hi, Zulu, I'm going to buy... Hey,
Popojan.
Morena, nanko papam gwam.
You are Judas, Popojan. You are Judas, Popojan. You are Judas. I call Morena. Morena! Morena! Ay, Morena, man. He's run away now. Huh? A man hit this chick, you give him the other. Hey, Morena, they're calling the police to arrest you. Okay, come. Let me hide you there by the trees. Come, Morena. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 13 police van. Huh? Forgive them. They do not know what they're doing. Ay, Muren. Ay, Kona Muren. They know. They know, Lava Muren. Don't worry. I'll chase them away. Yasibambena abantwana belungu. Oqobolela nje umaneka ndaba. Hey hey. Osoze sibajaha belungu. Hey hey. Salala singalene ngamabhulu. Hey hey. Osoze si hebe husu. Hebe husu. Hebe husu. Yes. Morning. Jump. Attention.
Toe trap. Jump. Reporting, say. John Foster squad, say.
What have you to report, Sergeant?
Operation Coronation, say.
Meaning, Sergeant?
We have finally captured the Morana, say.
You've what? Excellent, Sergeant.
Thank you, sir.
What? Attention. What? Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
What? Attention.
What?
And now, what's happened to your head, Sergeant?
A Mad Zulu, sir.
A mad Zulu.
Yes, sir. He struck me with an obkiri, sir.
When, Sergeant?
During Operation Coronation, sir.
Mean Morena was with a bunch of mad Zulus?
No, sir.
What does he mean, this dumb sergeant?
He was with one Mad Zulu, sir.
One mad Zulu?
Yes, sir.
And how many men did you have, Sergeant?
30, sir.
God, but Khanan. And where are they now, Sergeant?
In hospital, sir.
And the mad Zulu?
He got away, sir.
Good Lord, Sergeant. Where is Morena now, Sergeant?
What? Don't try. What? He's upstairs above us, sir. On the 10th floor of John Foster Square, sir.
Ah, and you've provided amply guard, Sergeant?
Yes, sir. 120, sir.
Hey, are you sure he's on the 10th floor, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Then, what is that I see, Sergeant?
I'm sorry, sir.
Why are you sorry, Sergeant?
Hey, I see 2 men floating, sir.
Then why are you sorry, Sergeant?
I'm afraid one of them is Morana, sir.
Precisely, Sergeant. And who is the other?
The angel Gabriel, sir.
Sergeant.
I'm sorry, sir. I never thought of a flight, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Shut. Attention. Attention. Dismissed, Sergeant. Jesus, as far as I understand him, was a Christian and a freedom fighter. He was a Christ. He was pure. He knew what he was doing. He did not hate anybody. He loved everybody. He did not discriminate, you know. So South Africa is a Christian country. So if Jesus would come to South Africa as it is supposed to be a Christian country, he would stand on the very same platform and say, I love you all, but I hate this and that and that.
Sometimes houses where blacks live are bulldozed to make room for white suburbs.
Hundreds of thousands of black people have been moved without choice from the place in which they live to another place which they have not chosen. They are loaded with their possessions onto government trucks and dumped into their new homeland. South Africa is being divided into so-called homelands, which give the black people only about 13% of the country, when we are nearly 5 times more than the whites. Only the strong and young blacks who are needed for industry are allowed to stay in the white areas. So in that manner, the families are torn apart. The men are separated from their wives.
Most of the men live in hostels. Their families are not allowed to go with them. A man goes to the city like Johannesburg city or Durban city or Cape Town to work for almost the whole year, leaving his wife in the homeland. So the families are split apart, and children, if they are lucky, see their fathers once a year at Christmas time. In the homelands, there isn't enough land, and a lot of that land is poor. Not enough money comes from the husbands in the cities, so many of the people starve, and many of the children suffer from malnutrition and kwashiorkor, and many of them die. In the homeland, Bophuthatswana, there is a place called Sun City, which is a gigantic pleasure resort. Sun City is a place where people can do all the things that they can't in a country that lives within the morality of the Dutch Reformed Church. It's illegal in South Africa, but here in the homeland of Bophuthatswana, you can gamble, see bare-chested dancers, whites can sleep with blacks, and we can all see sexy movies. Sun City is very, very popular with South Africans.
Hey, there's a train coming here.
And where do we go from there? Huh? After a miracle, like flying man, I'm telling you, Pretoria will be really nervous. And they won't start nonsense with him for a long time, but they will take him to the game reserve, where he can lie down with a leopard and a lamb. And then they will take him zoop, up to the Panorama Wimpy Bar at Carlton Center, 50th floor. And then, on a Thursday, they will take him down the gold mines to watch. And then, on a Sunday, the mine dancers. And then, they will take him on a trip to Sun City, where they will build him a holy suite. And President Lucas Mangope will offer him the key to Bophuthatswana. And then, what will happen? They will take him past the good time girls and the gambling machines. Win! And when television cameras turn on him, will he be smiling? Will he be joyous? No, he'll be crying. And when all people shout, "Speech! Morena! Speech! Speech!" Morena will say, "No, no, speaker. What key is this?" Morena will say, "What place is this? How has it happened? How has it been permitted?
I've passed people with burning mouths, people buying water in a rusty piece of tin, and beside them, I see people swimming in a lake that they have made from water that is here.
Hey, there are police here, Wanaman.
Police, Morena will say, I pass people who sit in dust and beg for work that will buy them bread. And on the other side, I see people who are living in gold and glass and whose rubbish bins are loaded with food for 1,000 mouths.
There's special branch police here,
What special branch? What special branch? Morena will say, I see families torn apart, mothers without sons. I see children without fathers and wives who have no hope. Ah, Pamatota, where are the men? Ah, Pamatota, Matota. And people will say, yeah, Morena, it's this bloody independence. It's the independence of Pretoria, together they are puppets. Omangope, no Matanzima, no Sebe. They separate us from our wives, from our sons and daughters. And women will say, Morena, there's no work in the homelands. There's no food. They divide us from our husbands and they pack them into hostels like men with no names, men with no lives. And Morena will say, come to me, you who are divided from your families. Let us go to the cities where your husbands work. We will find houses where you'll stay together and we will talk to those who you fear. What country is this?
Hey, police, Wana! Bus!
Checkers! Morena leads a mob of women and children and old people out of Bophuthatswana to the cities. And on their way, they are attacked by police with tear gas, and Morena is once more arrested. This time, he is taken to Robben Island, the top security prison off the shores of Cape Town. Ah, man, who wants to be a guard on bloody Robben Island?
Hey, Sergeant! Just look over there! Hear it! Look over there, across the sea. Goyam.
Just like
Fire! Hey, call helicopter control, quick!
hello, hello, beep, beep. Radio 1254 CB over. Hello, Radio 1254, 1254, 1254. Radio 17 calling over.
Radio 1254 CB receiving over. What? That's impossible. Are you sure? Okay, over and out. Hey, what do you say down below?
Oh, it's a beautiful day down below. Birds are flying, swimmers are swimming, waves are waving. Hey! What? Morena is walking on water to Cape Town.
Yeah.
Ach, a shame. His feet must be freezing. Hey! I wish I had my camera here.
Yay, this must be the miracle of the decade, young.
God, I always forget my
Down,
camera.
Radio 1254 CB receiving over. Yes, we've got him. What? Torpedoes? Oh, no, I have a heart. He is not even disturbing the waves. Yeah, I wish you could see him. He looks amazing, ne, young?
Yeah, young, yeah, young.
What? Bombo, Morena. Haven't you heard what they say? You start with Morena and he's worse than an atom bomb. Over and out. Yeah, this is a shit bloody job. What? You pull the chain.
No, you.
Now you, man.
Come on, man, you.
This man is most happy. Why blow him up?
Okay, okay, okay.
Right?
Okay. Ini mini money mo. Fange kefa by the toe. As a scratch, let him go. Ini mini money mo. It's you.
Okay, this is the last straw. I think I'm resigning tomorrow here.
Ready? Target center below. Release depth charges, bombs, torpedoes. Go!
Pa 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 pa. Good evening. The United Nations Security Council is still awaiting further information on the explosion which completely destroyed Cape Town and its famous Table Mountain. United Nations nuclear sensors report distinct signs of nuclear disturbance in the southern African sector. Investigators have suggested a strong possibility of a mishap to an SAA military helicopter carrying a nuclear missile over the bay. However, Mrs. Fatima Masop, domestic servant, Seapoint, a freak survivor of the calamity, insists that the explosion emanated from a human figure walking across the bay from the island, supporting the superstition that the nuclear-type explosion was an inevitable result of a bomb attack on Morena. The Prime Minister himself continues to deny any relationship between Morena and the agitator imprisoned on the island. Mrs. Fatima Masop is still under observation by the state psychiatrists. Well, that is all for tonight. Good night. Zulu boy now works in a cemetery. He comes upon a stranger sleeping on Morena's tomb.
Hey! This is not a park bench. It's a tombstone. This is a cemetery. It's not to bed park.
I'm sorry, Baba. I should know better. Sorry.
Hey, Hamam, this is not a place to sleep.
Can I have a look around?
Oh, well, if you want to look around, look around. But don't sleep around. The dead are having a hard enough time. These tombstones are bloody heavy.
Yeah, tell me, do you keep your tombstones in alphabetical order?
What do you want?
Where's Lazarus?
This side. There's L. Livingstone, Lizzie, Lafayette, Lozi. No Lazarus in Panama. No Lazarus. Why are you looking for Lazarus?
No, I just want to get into practice again.
Hey, but this face I know. Are you his son?
No, not his.
Who are you?
Morena.
Morena, sugar. They killed him. That is his tombstone.
Oh, no, Baba, you've forgotten. I will always come back after 3 days. Bombs or no bombs.
Hey! Morena!
Please.
Are you remember me?
Don't shout my name, okay?
Are you remember me?
Who are you?
Zulu boy from Coronation Briggs.
Zulu boy!
Morena! Zulu boy!
Hey, what are you doing here?
As I'm working here now in the cemetery, I'm disguised for the police.
Okay, speak softly, all right?
Are you looking for people to raise?
Yeah.
Hey, but why didn't you ask me? Hey, I know exactly who my people want. Count. Let us look at these tombstones. Yamembeza inkosi yetu yatimata bohlangana kuyawavusa Albert Luthuli watiku Woza Albert yamembeza inkosi yetu yatimata bohlangana kuyawavusa Robert Sabukwe watiku Woza Robert yamembeza inkosi yetu yatimata.
Hey, Hendrik Vervoet!
Lilian Goyi
makawa mnyama
watikuwa Woza Lilian
yamembeza inkosi yetu yatimata
Steve Biko
makawa mnyama
Praise him.
watikuwa Woza Steve yamembeza inkosi yetu yatimata Woza Neil huyawavusa makawa mnyama watikuwa Woza Hector yamembeza yatimata Woza Bram huyawavusa makawa mnyama watikuwa Woza Timol yamembeza inkosi yetu yatikuwa Woza Albert.
Well, we appreciate what Great Britain is doing, but quite frankly, it's not enough. Great Britain is one of the big nations of the world, so is America and other nations. And it is these big nations that must do big things. And I think, as I said somewhere else, there mustn't just be big nations, but they must also be big at heart. And bigness at heart means that you must defend the underdog. Go to all limits to defend the underdog. And I don't think that they have.
This program was made possible in part by a grant from this and other public television stations. Additional funding provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
One lazy day on a plantation in Georgia, a blind slave boy fell in love with the piano and set himself on a path filled with great joys and great sorrows.
I hate these little hands! Janet! Janet! Go! Stop it! You're scaring me! I can't let them take him away from me!
Music was the bridge over the years of separation from his parents. Music sustained him through the terrors and the humiliations of the Civil War, the isolation of his blindness.
That's all he is to you. That's all he ever was to you. A thing. A way to make money.
Blind Tom, the story of Thomas Bethune, is a true story of a musical genius held captive by his times and his talent.